The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear gaming monitor.
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WD Black Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege, powered by LG Ultragear in association with ACD Fibernet, Zotac Gaming, and Games The Shop. I am your host, Blackjack. Joining me once again is my co-host, Foxy, and we are here for the last 2 days of play in Season 1. That's right, it's the final day 1 of Division 1. The first game that we have on hand today is between Hoffen Esports and Quantum G1 on Clubhouse, which promises to be an exciting game indeed. But speaking of Quantum G1, we've actually got an interview coming up with Sparco, the man himself. So, Foxy, roll the interview.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a very special interview that we have with the captain of Quantum G1, that is Sparco. Sparco, how are you doing this evening?
Yeah, I'm all good. How are you?
I'm fine, Sparco. Thank you for asking. So, you've been topping the MVP leaderboard. I mean, not at the top, but yeah, you've been there reoccurrent in multiple times. So, 2 weeks consecutive MVP. How does it feel?
It really feels good. My team has been doing good, and I have performed because they gave all the all the inputs, and I could perform for them.
Right.
Feels really good to be consistent.
How do you think your team has been performing in a collective basis in your Division 1? As we know, it's the highest level of competition at the WD Black, the Esports Club League.
In the Division 1, we have all the top 8 teams. I mean, the Division 1 top teams are there, Tier 1. These teams are really, I mean, talented, as well as they got really good potential. So far we played total, I guess, 4 games, and it was really good. Looking for the next 3 opponents.
Right. Coming to the toughest opponents, who do you think is a challenge for Quantum G1 in your division? Is some teams that you are also, you consider them your enemies, your arch rivals?
We faced Level 0. They are one of the toughest. Good. They're really good.
Right.
And we beat them last week.
Right.
But it was very chaos. I mean, but the team performed really well. I'm really proud of the team. And we are looking for Stack also. They're pretty well. They're pretty good. We'll face them. As well as Esports also. They're pretty good. We'll face them. So far, we faced the toughest was Level 0, and it was good. We got the points. We secured our points, what we needed.
What are some tips that you would like to give out to everybody watching the stream right now for improving teamwork, for improving coordination, and just in general in the game?
First of all, I will say don't give up. Doesn't matter how much you guys break down. I mean, work on those stuff. Watch the words. Even if you lose, watch what went wrong. Discuss with your teammates so that it doesn't repeat again.
This week we are approaching the finale for Division 1. So what is your game plan for that going to be?
So far we saw that we have 3 games left. If we perform the 3 games, we can stay in the top. And but it's gonna be tough. Stack and Esports, they're pretty good. We can't take them easy. We have to perform our best.
Any message to your supporters and to your fans out there on anything at all?
What I want to say is stay home, stay safe, everyone. Play games, communicate it with your family, with your friends, because we are going through a bad time. So we need to fight together. As we are all gamers, we know how to fight, right? Right.
So that was quite the interview that I got to take with you, and thank you very much for joining me, Sparco. And that'll be it from us for the moment, and let's get back into the games.
Alrighty then, that was the interview with Sparco from Quantum G1, the man himself from one of the best teams that we know of in the Indian Rainbow Six circuit. As with those beautiful insights into the team of Quantum G1 and their goals for the entire league stage of the WD Black Esports Club League out of the way, we are going to be moving into the game between Hoffen Esports and Quantum G1. The map is Clubhouse, and Hoffen Esports are set to attack first. Foxy, what do you think about the game that we've got on hand?
Oh boy, we are already on to the finale of the Season 1 Division 1. I cannot believe this, Blackjack. It's been such an amazing Season 1 so far. And casting with you, I mean, I've had the best of my days enjoying all of this quarantine. Watching these amazing matches. And today we will be witnessing Hoffen Esports versus Quantum G1. So, Clubhouse, I would say, the way statistics go, at least, Quantum G1 is not exactly strong on this map. Gonna have to be honest here. I mean, yes, it is a really good established team, but then again, Quantum G1, not really the map for them, and we'll be seeing the first ban coming out from them, and that is going to be Maverick. Excuse me, as I feel like my throat is not accompanying me, but anyways, we'll be seeing the second ban. All right, Thatcher is going to get taken out. Hoffen Esports, they'll be starting off an attack. They already have an uphill task without the Maverick. They're going to ban the Thatcher as well. That was not being expected. But look at that. Jittery is already dropping WTFF in the chat that why would you ban the Thatcher if the Maverick is not in play? And they'll be banning the Kaid as well. So we'll be coming up with another ban from Quantum G1. So I only understand Jittery's concern here because they are starting off on defense and they have the obvious advantage in a map like Clubhouse. And Hoffen Esports, they are starting off an attack, so they already are at a deficit in terms of how this map is played out. And despite that, your opponent has banned Maverick to cripple you, and you ban Thatcher to cripple you even further. That is not what I was expecting coming into this match, but it looks like they want to ban Thatcher, and Thatcher's just become the new Jackal ban. as I like to call it.
Well, you're certainly not wrong right there. And as you said, with the Maverick being taken out of play, I'm quite surprised that Hoffen decided to ban Thatcher. Now, of course, despite banning Thatcher, they still have certain avenues that they can open the second floor walls with. They're not going to be all too worried about that. You can see Luther, he's playing the Zofia right there. We have Kuntal, he's been pretty consistently maining Ash from what we've seen. So the vertical play on the second floor CCTV is possible, and gym bedroom is a little bit better to open as well. But when it comes to the first floor, it's good thing that they banned Kaid, because if Kaid was left in play, then pushing Church by opening the hatches would have been an impossible task
Defenders, protect your
for
bodies.
Hoffen Esports to deal with. As we did see the 6 pick from Lockdown, he moved into the Montaigne right there. I think they were, that is Hoffen, were expecting a CCTV hold from the side of Quantum, but G1 have decided, you know what, nope, we're going Church first, and the Monty unfortunately might end up being a little bit tricky to play with on this side. As we're gonna have a quick look at both of the rosters being brought in by both of the teams here. For the side of Hoffen Esports, we've got Kuntal, Luther, Lane, Lockdown, and Killin. And for the side of Quantum G1,
5 seconds left.
wait a minute. No. Oh, I'm here. Everything just kind of froze for a second. I got afraid. Oh dear me. EX7 with the run out. He's gonna get one. That is lame off the board. A shot by the Legion in a spawn peek out of kitchen cold room is gonna drop the Hibana. That's a big kill. That's the only hard breacher actually, which is quite the gain by EX7 right there. Aggressive play right up. He's gonna go again. He's gonna find the Ash, lighter up, but the Ash is gonna peek back. But no, Jittery's gonna take the kill onto one. That is Lockdown off, and EX7 will confirm onto Kunto, as it's already a 5v2. Luther's gonna take down Jittery. That's one refrag in, but it's still a 2v4 that Killin and Luther have to play with right now. Hoffen Esports very heavily on the back foot right off the bat, really. I got confused there because those are both cricket terms for people who wondered why. Anyway, coming back to the game. Killin, he's going to be with support from the Zofia. He's going to get the headshot on the beat. That's a good shot right there. The alibi is off the board as Luther looks to hold down blue stairs for the time being. Kuntal's gonna drop a comment about the hold that Quantum G1 has brought out. So many lines of sight, so many holes as he calls it. Is gonna be what Quantum G1 are gonna be using to their advantage. Sparco in the middle on the Goyo. He knows there's someone playing stocks and he's gonna get Luther. That's a big kill. That is the Zofia of the board, and it's now down to Killin, who's gonna not spot the Goyo, not kill the Goyo, as Sparco's gonna secure the last one onto the Nomad, and with that, Quantum G1 take round one. Well then.
This is exactly why you don't ban the Thatcher if the Maverick is being banned, and why you don't run a single hard breacher, and why you've got to take care of the spawn peaks coming in from your opponent team. That was such a irresponsible round coming in from the side of Hoffen. I was not expecting them to do that. Yeah.
One more thing is that you probably want to drone your roams as well, your roam flanks.
Yeah.
Because Sparco was just allowed to sit there on metal stairs, let's be real here.
Yep.
And he was just allowed to get away with those 2 kills.
But I'm gonna have to be honest, I was not expecting Hoffen Esports to put up this kind of a performance. I was expecting them to be a little more, a little more panned out, a little more thought out. Whatever they're doing, they know what they're doing basically. And they just look a little more scattered at the moment, but not exactly sure why. That is what is throwing me off, but we'll be seeing more of them, and hopefully they can make that comeback happen as well. It's not really much. It's a 0-1 score. Anybody could do anything at this moment. No sides taken, at least not from my end. I'm pretty sure you agree with me on that.
Oh yes, absolutely. And early game in Division 1 is always unpredictable.
Oh yes, it is. Definitely it is. So we'll be proceeding to our round 2. That is going to be Poseidon running the castle EX7. Actually, we didn't quite get to introduce you these rosters. And on the other perspective of the case that you don't need a introduction for these rosters, but still, we're gonna have to do this. Sparco, EX7, Poseidon, Jittery, and Weed on the side of Quantum G1, while we have Kuntal, Luther, Lame, Lockdown, and Killer on the side of Hoffen Esports. And things are only getting heated up as Hoffen Esports have got this really uphill task to make. Alright, 0-1, maybe not much, but the kind of morale that they just got shut down on. The spawn peaks and the entry frags, and look at this. A really nice spread out roam all the way onto the stock and bar area, coming in from the side of Quantum G1, as we'll be seeing Poseidon holding that entirety of the hallway down all by himself. Jittery is going to be holding this angle on towards the double doors, and we do see the castle barricade being opened up. He does notice somebody there. Tries to land his shots. Not going to do anything so far, and what an amazing recoil control by him. Meanwhile, Sparco is going to be the victor of that fight, as he's going to run out from the pool table window. Jittery making his way up. He's going to get one kill, but Luther is going to find EX7 before that happens, and a really nice kill coming in, and a trade-off as well. So 2 versus 4 now, 3 versus 4 now, as we do see 3 attackers left alive on the side of Hoffen Esports as they are stacking up right now. Got to pick their fights, pick them properly. Domat is going to be holding this angle all the way on towards the Jaeger. Exactly sure if she finds someone. Meanwhile, the maneuver from the IQ has already been made. She's on top, and so is the Hibana. It's all on to kill and to hold this down all by himself. He's got to make sure he stays alive in this position, or the Ronald could do wonders for the side of Quantum G1. Still going to hold this down. Nothing, no action so far, as we suddenly have come to a standstill. The attackers just trying to make sure they get their top floor control established, while Killen is just trying to be extra sure that nobody flanks from that one area, at least for his teammates who have already made their way inside. Alright, Poseidon realizes that they're inside bedroom. He's going to go for this flank coming up, but Killen doesn't know that. He's just watching that angle. He's just going to be there. Nothing to do at the moment, as there's nobody playing around, and that is exactly why you need a good zone economy. We're seeing a few of these free fires coming in. That is going to be Jittery on the other side of the soft wall. Lockdown, trying to land his shots, not landing any, at least not so far, and the bandit trick is in play. Is going to get the Hibana pellets, and really well played by Sparco on the bandit. Lockdown is going to come in. He's going to get one, but only to get refrag by Jittery, and another refrag comes in from Lane right at that moment. But look at this flank from Poseidon. He's going to claim one life. Where is the other defender? It's going to be a 1 versus 1 here. Poseidon, Killen is all that is left alive. Where is Killen? He's going to be inside. He doesn't know there's somebody down here. Oh, he's finally going to get that kill, and now it's a 1 versus 1, but he has no time and no diffuser as well, and that is it. Quantum G1 is going to win this round all by the time, and an amazing flank being pulled out by Poseidon, and all in all an amazing set of teamwork. Hoffen Esports once again lacking information, lacking drone work. That is what costed them that round.
More than that, stacking up on the garage door, it caused them the Zofia. That was a big drop. And then the flank from Castle came out. It was great, right? It got the Hibana, and he got the diffuser down inside of construction. But despite downing the smoke, now I'm sure because the points are turned off, the Nomad didn't know that he downed the smoke. Understandable. But the diffuser was dropped, and there were 10 seconds left in the round. He chose to go for the kill rather than secure the round for his team by trying to get the plant off. Is it more risky to go for the diffuser when there's a castle sitting right there? Yes, it is, but there's only 10 seconds left. You don't have a choice, right?
Attackers need to locate
You should
and defuse
have
as
gone
many
for it.
bombs
He
as they
didn't,
can.
and unfortunately, the round, just by the grace of time, is won for Quantum G1. They're 2-0 up in the early game. Again, as I said before, still early game. It could still go in favor of either team. As a Hoffen Esports, they could equalize, winning 2 rounds straight, or Quantum G1 could go 4-0 into round 5. I have to do a quick count. But anyway, they're going to be going for the gym bedroom defense this time around, as we're going to be seeing the bandit brought out once again. He's of course going to be mainly focused on the main wall of the west side of this top floor defense, the gym bedroom main wall in the hallway right there. And Poseidon on the castle. Standard stuff from Quantum G1. The castle is going to be gonna have a couple of castle barricades in gym, window and door probably, to hold off the Zofia for the time being, with an ADS from Jaeger in there, as Jittery of course. As EX7 on the Legion, and bringing Goro. Actually, wait a minute. Sparco is in catwalk of garage. Interesting place to be playing for the Bandit. He knows that there's going to be a big push happening from there with the Monty and everything. So the fact that he's playing here, he still has all 4 of his batteries as well. As doesn't look like Hoffen are even going to try for that breach either. So, interesting set of plays coming out from both the teams. As Bandit's going to peek, you know, so someone in catwalk, excuse me, Luther takes quite a lot of damage as more shots are being fired through the wall. Bandit playing in CCTV for the time being is being quite the pain for these teams here, for the teammates of Hoffen, that is, as he's going to pull back towards metal stairs, leaving Poseidon, joining Poseidon in Cassius. EX7 is going to drop one. That's killing off the board. Not really sure where that one came from, but EX7 very low on HP himself, so that was clearly a fight of roughly equal measure. In the meanwhile, Beat with the TCSG is going to drop lame, and Kuntal's going to take one for his team as EX7 goes down finally. But Sparco takes down Luther. It's now 4v2 again for Hoffen. He's supposed to try and deal with here. Kuntal has to join his teammates, but he's going to go up the stairs, and there's a Legion right here. There's a castle right here, excuse me. He's going to get one, and Sparco's going to take down the Monty finally. And with that, Quantum G1 with a swift take on the first 3 rounds. They win round 3. Oh, you hate to see that as a Monty player. Well, that is entirely unfortunate for Hoffen Esports. Once again, they had the hard breacher. They knew the Bandit was playing a CCTV. Why did they not go to even try and open the main breach to try and use Zofia's impact grenades to play utility? Hoffen have been very kill hungry in the first 3 rounds so far, and that has been exactly what cost them these 3 rounds so far. As we're going to be seeing a 6-pick from Kuntal, out from Ying into the Buck. Interesting choice. EX7. Okay. We're seeing the Caveira brought in right here from EX7. He's 6-pick out from what I believe was the mute. As we're going to be seeing the basement church hold come out once again. Harkening back to round 1, EX7, he was playing the Legion that round, I believe, and he went for that run out outside of Cold Room and claimed the life of the Ash. And if I'm not wrong, not the Ash, excuse me, the Hibana. That was a big kill in that round. Now, are we going to see a similar run out? Only time will tell whether or not the Quantum G1 feel the need to go for it. Because so far, they've been taking rounds with 4-man advantage without any sort of pushback from Hoffen Esports. Hoffen managed to kill one defender on the odd occasion, yes, but again, they've been very greedy for the kills, which has cost them quite a bit so far. 3-0 in the early stage, definitely not where you want to be while playing against Quantum G1 and EX7. With the new hollow sight on Caveira's SMG is going to be peeking outside of bedroom, but there's no one in that exact area. And there we go. Did he see that? No, he didn't. As the attacker in that line of sight will be behind that big white van and will be safe for this from the spawn peak for the time being. EX7 is still holding here as he knows that there might be a rappel. He hears the operator running around next to wherever that is, but he's going to silent step his way off to cash for the time being. The Caveira is in play, mind you, and the drone work will have to be absolutely essential. As okay, then there is, I believe, the Zofia playing very close to CCTV wall as the Caveira is spotted up by the drone, but he's going to rotate out. That's actually killing on the sledge, excuse me. And EX7 is going to move to garage storage stairs for the time being to hold off this roam clear from the side of Hoffen Esports. The Caveira with that new hollow sight actually looks pretty good now that I look at it. This is the first time I'm seeing Caveira's new hollow sight. This is, of course, the one that Mozzie brought in with his P10 Roni back in Operation Burnt Horizon. And it's nice to see this hollow sight being employed with more and more operators. Frost received it not too long ago, and now it's Caveira's turn. Ooh, there's the operator on catwalk. That is Zofia, who just took down a black eye. And will she see the Caveira? She probably did right there, but Caveira has the pistol, mind you. She sees the operator, but no, she's going to lose the fight as Zofia will take down EX7. Luther gets the first kill for his team playing inside a catwalk, and that is a big one. The Caveira is a very terrifying rover, and she is off the board. The Buck, in the meanwhile, he's in dirt, and he's going to meet Legion, that is Sparco right here, with his goo mines to slow down Kuntal from making this push happen. The Buck, of course, doesn't have his frags anymore. Only flashbangs. Is he going to take down one of the goo mines? Is he going to push ahead? But the Legion's going to be... No, that's a bad choice by Sparco as he gets taken down. And the Alibi's here. He gets taken down as well. Kuntal's on a double kill inside of dirt right here as he has pretty much secured this little entryway for himself. But Jittery is going to be holding down the door of Dirt for the time being as Poseidon C4 gets taken out. The main stairs push is happening and vertical play is being established by Hoffen Esports. They're finally playing lots of utility right here in the dying 30 seconds of the round. But will it be enough as Jittery gets spotted out by the drone? He's forced to push back as the buck is on the door of Dirt right now, close to it anyway, as alibi pings are going off left, right, and center. Shots are fired from the hatch as Jittery wins that against Lane right there. That's one kill for the side of the defense that they take, but there's still 4 more attackers to deal with as Poseidon has gone for a big flank right here. Will he find the IQ? He's going to tag him up quite a bit, but he's forced to pull back towards the main stairs as the Dirt push is happening. Poseidon finds one. The plant is not going off just yet as the push from Hoffen Esports is happening, but they don't have time. They have to stick the plant, and Poseidon's going to deny it. Killen goes down, and Quantum G1 will manage to protect the bombs. Where was the plant, Hoffen? You had everything. You had sight hold. You had control. Where was the plant? Oh, no, no, no. You hate to see that. You hate to see that. Well, that is just completely unfortunate for the side of Hoffen Esports, as I have stressed for 2 rounds straight right now, and as I'm sure Foxy has seen from his end as well, that they're using utility so late. They're so kill hungry all the time. And how many rounds has that cost them? 3 rounds in a row now that's cost them. Being too kill hungry.
To locate and defuse bombs.
Quantum G1 are cruising through. This last round, they had so much difficulty dealing with Hoffen when Hoffen decided to play with their utility. And then they messed it up. Oh man, there's only so much my heart can take. Come on, Hoffen. You've got to get it together. You've got to get the utility coordination in. It's not going to work if you don't coordinate when you need to plant. Why was the Sledge going for the kill when he had cover from 2 operators in Arsenal?
10 seconds to insertion.
Oh. The
5
past,
seconds remaining.
what's in the past will unfortunately stay in the past as... Oh, going back and looking at this water is going to be painful for Hoffen Esports, I'm very sure. But they still have a chance. It is 4-0, and we are 2 rounds away from the role swap that's going to put Quantum G1 on the attack. Now, Clubhouse, of course, is a tad bit of a defender-sided map with the meta that is going on right now. But that being said, Hoffen Esports could make these next 2 rounds count. This last round, they did show promising progress that put Quantum G1 very heavily on the back foot. A little bit of a misplay at the end was what ended up costing them the round, I've stressed it way too much at this point, so, you know, I don't need to overstate my same point. But, as we're going to be seeing Quantum G1 go for the side of the second floor CCTV defense, that is, of course, the only site outside of bar that's unlocked to them, and nobody wants to go bar, let's be real here. As Poseidon's actually picked up a fight already on the first floor lounge, and he's going to down and take Punto. That is the buck of the board. That's a big kill right there, because that's going to deny a lot of vertical play and a lot of reconstruction that the buck could make to make rotates for his team. And Poseidon, he's quite high on the HP count right there. 70, I believe that is, to his name. 70 or 65, depends on your persuasion of a progress bar. But anyway, he's still on the first floor. Zophia's going to be throwing in concussive nades to try and deal with the operator in Catwalk, but no, EX7's going to tag him up quite a bit. Luther, significant amount of damage being dealt. He's going to be forced to rethink his push on Catwalk right here, as Sparco on the Bandit has been completely unchallenged so far while he's sitting there on that Bandit trick. Shots are being fired left, right, and center to take out attacker drones and deny them intel, and that has been working quite well in these first 4 rounds for the side of Quantum G1 as CCTV window is being broken. That is the Zofia who was fighting the Catwalk Wamai just a second ago, as one of Wamai's Bandits is going to catch one of her impact nades, and the shots are fired. There we go. Zofia is going to find the Wamai. That's a big kill. The EX7 is off the board. Luther gets that brilliant shot for himself, but there's still Sparco on the Bandit to deal with inside of CCTV. Shots are being fired as Killen's going to take down Poseidon in the meanwhile. That's another big one. That's the castle of the board. He was being a bit of a pain, and Hoffen have dealt with it accordingly. It's a 4v3 actually. Hoffen Esports are now in the advantage for the time being. They still need to make this side push happen as shots are being fired. The Bandit is denying the Zofia's entry for quite a while as Jitter is going to take down Luther. That's another big one as that is the Zofia of the board. Zofia, of course, has expended her utility, so not a whole lot's going to happen from that upper end. What a shot from Sparco onto Lame as Killen's going to take down Beat. He's inside a CCTV, but Killen's going to be taken out. Jittery on the refrag right there. He's going to get another one as a lockdown is going to make the play, is going to be taken out, excuse me. Jittery's the one who makes the play happen, and whoa, oh, lots of shots being fired in and around the wall of Garage as Quantum G1 are steamrolling Hoffen in this match so far, 5-0, as we sit one round away from roll swap and match point.
I don't know what's going on right now at this moment. I was so not expecting to see this. I was not expecting Hoffen to perform like this. Hoffen has been amazing so far. Statistically speaking, at least on paper, they've been amazing, man. They've been going close to almost the top tier teams. They've been on point. They know exactly what to do. They have their strategies in their pocket. But today, it's just lacking, and I cannot stress this enough. Excuse me. Is the fact that Hoffen Esports crippling themselves on that Thatcher ban while the Maverick is being banned, and that is exactly why that is making them kill hungry. I would say, in a way, they are getting also tunnel vision on the fact that they are going to have to get some impactful kills first before they make use of the utility, because if they go for the utility use directly, it's not going to help them anyway. They don't have the Thatcher, they don't have the Maverick. So much utility only on one hatch to be opened or one wall to be opened. That is not what Hoffen wants to do, I think, at this point, but it's just not working out often. You've got to step things up and maybe don't ban the Thatcher next time when you're starting off an attack while the Maverick is banned on Clubhouse, especially on Clubhouse, I mean.
Especially. You need one of those two operators to be in play. And, well, it just hasn't worked out as, oh, here we go. EXM is going to go for a run out. But nope, he's going to pull back. He didn't see anyone, and he didn't want to be detected while he was still outside, so he's just going to pull back for the time being, play around CCTV with, of course, oh, okay, pretty much everyone in Quantum G1 is on a roam lurk capacity right here. The only closest one to sight, outside of Beat, of course, is, I believe, Jittery on the Jaeger, who's playing the construction door. And Beat, with the TCSG, is going to be holding down sight for the time being, as Quantum G1 is anticipating a CCTV garage push from the side of Hoffen Esports. The Twitch drone is going to annoy EX7 for just a little bit, but only 1 point of damage done, as the Twitch drone was recently nerfed in terms of his damage. 10 points down to 1. That's a significant damage there, if you ask me. As I think that's Killen on the asset, not Kunto. Interesting. Kunto's on the Twitch, actually, as the CCTV push is going to be happening. But Sparco, in the meanwhile, he's busy putting down bandit batteries on the main wall, as Luther's taken quite a bit of damage from Poseidon on the castle right here. On the metal stairs, proving to be quite the pain for the Zofia to deal with, and Jittery is going to confirm onto Luther right there. That is the Zofia of the board. Lots and lots of utility just dropped right there at the drop of a pin, as Hibana has now joined the chat inside of CCTV, and one's in garage as well. But Kunto is going to drop EX7. That's the Valkyrie of the board, and that was a potential flank that the Valkyrie could have done. Lots of drones are going to spot Poseidon out, as he knows that there's somebody pushing from Lounge for the time being, as Hibana's going to be looking to open up the main wall of cash. And there we go. The push happens, and the Twitch gets the kill for herself. That's the double for Kuntal right here, as they're going to be pushing in. But no, that's not the kind of triple you want, as Lockdown's going to trade. He takes down Jittery, but gets refragged by Beat on the TCSG, as it's now a 2v2, thanks to the team kill from Kuntal right there. It's all down to the Twitch and the Hibana to try and take on the Bandit and the Goyo, as Goyo's going to impact trick out one of the castle barricades to make for an easy rotate into Jim, which of course is going to need to hold down a little better. As we see Kuntal with a drone hole claymore, is going to be making sure nobody can go for that flank around the metal stairs red hallway. In the meanwhile, Lame, he's going to be peeking into logistics for the time being, as those footholds are barely going to conceal Beat inside of Gym for the time being. Both defenders playing quite well, as it's the last seconds of the round, but Lame's going to get one, get taken out by Sparco. It's a 1v1, and Sparco on the Bandit. He is going to have to try and deny the diffuser right now, as it's the dying seconds of the round, only 3 seconds left. And where is Twitch going? He's going to go for the kill again, and he's going to be taken out through the wall by Sparco. Kuntal making the same mistake as the Sledge did 3 rounds ago now. And just not trying to bait with the diffuser, not playing to your strengths despite having control inside of sight. As Hoffen Esports, they're still being taken to the cleaners, and this round again, it was a 1v1 to finish. And Sparco still got it out for the rest of his team, as it is now match point for Quantum G1.
6-0 match point, and I was not expecting to see a 7-0 coming up, but I'm gonna have to say this: a 7-0 is surely a thing right now. I mean, you surely make this happen, but then again, we'll be seeing Hoffen go onto the defense, and that is on Clubhouse. So, I don't know, man. At this point, what if we see Hoffen make a comeback here, Blackjack?
I mean, they are on
Attackers
the
need to
defense
locate
right
and
now,
defuse
so
bombs.
it is possible. We have seen 0-6 to 6-6 comebacks before. Not in this league so far, mind you, but it has happened in the pro scene of Rainbow Six International. So it's not completely out of the cards, but the way Hoffen Esports have been playing, I'm not entirely sure. I want to say that they could, but something tells me we might be seeing a 7-0 that Quantum G1 just steamrolls through this way.
I don't know, man. For some reason, I feel like with the Maverick and Thatcher ban, and we are seeing Lame employ the mute, maybe, just a little maybe, it's still maybe a 7-1 or something of that sort. And CCTV has been at one side that we overly depend on, and alright, maybe, okay, now that I really think about it, I'm having different thoughts now, that because they don't have the Bandit either, they don't have the Kai either as well. There's only a mute for the denial, and we know how easy it is to take out the mute. You can just go downstairs and get your Zofia or the Buck to do the job, and we'll be seeing Quantum G1 run double R breachers as well, 2 soft breachers and 1 Ying. That is going to be on the side of Poseidon. Really good employment of this operator here that is coming in, and it's just alright. It's just good operator selections, I would say, because alright, Blackjack, I'm gonna have to agree with you now that I focus on the ops that we are seeing Quantum G1 utilize. Maybe this is a 7-0 coming in. EX7 is going to be running the G36 on the Ash, making his way through the launch, but he gets tagged along from the top. Let's get spotted on the Alda, firing every single bullet, and we'll be seeing EX7 just stare at him while he gets the... Alright, he's gonna miss all his shots on that Jaeger. EX7, what are you doing, my man? He's gonna lose a fight to the Jaeger, and Jaeger's gonna pick up another Kuntal with the double kill onto Sparco and EX7. Really nice play coming in from him here, as he will be seeing him stand down. And look at that, as I speak about it, 5-2 already, and we haven't even hit the mid-round. Beat is going to be the hard breacher, but now he's got to go back up all by himself. Jittery is going to be left along with Beat. That is the Buck and the Thermite left alive. Goes for this pre-fire, does eat a lot of bullets though, and Beat is going to be the victor of that fight, finally shutting down Kuntal. A little bit of the pre-fires onto the top floor. Meanwhile, Maestro is going to be using the same hole that we saw the Ash make against the attacking team. Buck doing what a Buck does. He's going to be having himself lines of sight established, and that is going to be one onto the garage. The Maestro still holding strong on this angle. That is doing a lot of damage to the Thermite. Flash comes in, and so does the kill from Lockdown. Double, in fact. And Hoffen Esports are going to win on round 7, and quite an interesting round, like I said. As now, so what is going on? Let me just bring it out to all the viewers here. There's no Maverick, there's no Thatcher, and there is a mute, there's a bandit and a Kai left. There's a mute and a bandit left in the play. Kai is going to be banned. So what is happening is the attacking teams are just not able to focus way too much on how they get the main wall breached or how they get the primary breaches done, and that is just not happening just because you know, like I said, the Thatcher is going to be banned, the Maverick is going to be banned as well. So that is pushing them more over to taking those gunfights and taking that vertical play from down below. We saw him make his way to stock and then to the launches, and that is where pretty much we saw the action happening. The double kill from the Jaeger onto the stock and launches area. The double kill from the Maestro in the end of the round as
Attackers
well
need to
in the
locate
launches
and
area.
defuse
So
as many bombs as
that, and we saw a similar.
Oh no. Oh no. Luther is not going to be happy about that. He's down to 20 HP as a little bit of a mistimed run happens. Unfortunate. The Vigil tried to shift W his way up to the main stairs, and Lame was he was busy opening up a rotation. And well, guess the tunnel vision that we saw Hoffen have when they were on the attack is still slightly in
10
effect,
seconds
just this
to
time
go.
while making rotates. Well, unfortunate. As
5
Luther,
seconds
he's
to
gonna have to
go.
deal with 20 HP on his hand
Attackers
to
must
deal with
locate.
any of the attackers who will be doing the roam clear, which is going to set him back quite a bit. He's gonna have to be very careful about what kind of gunfights that he's going to take as he's sitting all the way up in construction from the looks of it. Alrighty. In the meanwhile, Castle's going to do some last minute reconstruction inside a site just to make sure the lines of sight inside the site are open so that Quantum G1 cannot take sight all that easily. In the meanwhile, okay, EX7 busy meleeing, beating the crap out of that wall right there. Excuse me. As, okay. Not sure what he's trying to go for here by quick peeking the floor, as Kunto's gonna be downed already inside of blue right here. But there is a revive potential as Killen. The castle is there, and Jittery knows that there's probably somebody there. He was the one who got that down, of course, and he sees the castle cross, but no, Killen only takes a little bit of damage as he hasn't gone for the revive just yet. But in the meanwhile, Luther's gonna rotate, and no, the Vigil's right there. Where are you going, Ying? You don't shift W when you know there's probably an operator roaming, as the roam clear is not going to be on the side of Quantum G1 right there. The Vigil, despite being so low on HP, gets a kill. Kuntal is still down. He still needs the revive as Lame is going to be flashed out of his mind. And Luther has taken a little bit of damage as well, and Jittery is going to drop Kuntal right there. Oh wait, what? Oh no, that is the bleed out. Okay, the bleed out finally happened. So unfortunately, the Jaeger has been left to bleed out on the floor, and that process has been completed.
Recovered the bomb diffuser.
As Sparco's gonna drop Luther. That's another big one. Finally, the Vigil is off the board inside a bar right here, and the hatches have been opened by the Hibana and the Thermite, I believe. As the X7 is gonna drop Lame, it's now a 2v4, and dropping into sight is going to be the thing that Quantum G1 are gonna be looking to do. The diffusers with the Ash, of course, who's pushing up from dirt, and the Legion knows he's gonna go for this peek. He's gonna get one. No, as Sparco drops one, the diffusers drop. There's a Thermite still there, and Legion's going for that peek. He goes for the confirm. He gets the kill onto another. That's a double kill for Lockdown right here, and he has diffuser on dirt door. What a play by the Legion as he is set to win this round for his team. He's going to be playing behind the shield inside of construction. He knows that the attackers have to go for it, but no, there's somebody right behind him inside of dirt that he wasn't aware of, as Quantum G1 will take Clubhouse in not the cleanest of sweeps, but still 7-1 on Clubhouse over Hoffen Esports.
Oh boy.
What a game indeed.
This is the finale day 1 of Division 1, and Quantum G1 already topping the leaderboard. They get a 7-1 to their account as well. That is surely going to put them up and above all those teams, and it's going to be one hell of a weekend that we'll be having, watching all these division teams go head to head in this competition. Now the competition is just only getting heated, and this is the WD Black, the Esports Club Rainbow Six Siege League. I'm Foxtrot, and joining me is Blackjack, and we are only getting started. We'll be back in just a moment with another match that is going to be Virtual 5 Esports versus Kira Esports. And Quantum G1 putting that 7-1 on the board is surely going to put them up 15 points on the leaderboard. And look at that, topping it without a single loss. This team so far has been undefeated in this division. Let us see in the upcoming 2 matches of Quantum G1 if we do have something to a surprise coming up, if somebody manages to beat them, as that is going to be one hell of a match that I would want to watch and cast as well. Well, that'll be it, guys, from us. For the moment, we'll take a short break and we'll be right back with Kira Esports versus Virtual 5 Esports in just a while. What's up, everybody? Welcome to a very special interview that we have with the captain of Quantum Jeevan, that is Sparco. Sparco, how are you doing this evening?
Yeah, I'm all good. How are you?
I'm fine, Sparco. Thank you for asking. So, you've been topping the MVP leaderboard. I mean, not at the top, but yeah, you've been there reoccurrent in multiple times. So, 2 weeks consecutive MVP. How does it feel?
It really feels good. My team has been doing good, and I have performed because they gave all the all the inputs, and I could perform for them.
Right.
It feels really good to be consistent.
How do you think your team has been performing in a collective basis in your Division 1? As we know, it's the highest level of competition at the WD Black, the Esports Club League.
In the Division 1, we have all the top 8 teams. I mean, the Division 1 top teams are there, Tier 1. These teams are really, talented, as well as they got really good potential. So far we played total, I guess, 4 games, and it was really good. Looking for the next 3 opponents.
Right. Coming to the toughest opponents, who do you think is a challenge for Quantum Jeevan in your division? Is some teams that you are also, you consider them your enemies, your arch rivals?
We faced Level 0. They are one of the toughest. Good. They're really good.
Right.
And we beat them last week.
Right.
But it was very chaos. But the team performed really well. I'm really proud of the team. And we are looking for Stack also. They're pretty well. They're pretty good. We'll face them. As well as Kira Esports also. They're pretty good. We'll face them. So far we faced the toughest was Level 0, and it was good. We got the points. We secured our points, what we needed.
What are some tips that you would like to give out to everybody watching the stream right now for improving teamwork, for improving coordination, and just in general in the game?
First of all, I will say don't give up. Doesn't matter how much you guys break down. Work on those stuff. Watch the words. Even if you lose, watch what went wrong. Discuss with your teammates so that it doesn't repeat again.
This week we are approaching the finale for Division 1. So what is your game plan for that going to be?
So far we saw that we have 3 games left. If we perform the 3 games, we can stay in the top. But it's gonna be tough. Stack and Kira Esports, they're pretty good. We can't take them easy. We have to perform our best.
Any message to your supporters and to your fans out there on anything at all?
What I want to say is stay home, stay safe, everyone. Play games, communicate it with your family, with your friends, because we are going through a bad time. So we need to fight together. As we are all gamers, we know how to fight, right?
Right. So that was quite the interview that I got to take with you, and thank you very much for joining me, Sparco. And that'll be it from us for the moment, and let's get back into the games.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. Ultragear gaming monitor.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a zero becomes a one, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power, experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. And injustice. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear gaming monitor.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a zero becomes a one, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power, experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. And injustice. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear gaming monitor.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. And injustice. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear gaming monitor.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a zero becomes a one, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. And injustice. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a zero becomes a one, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. And injustice. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the LG Black Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege, powered by LG Ultragear in association with ACD Fibernet, Zotac Gaming, and Games The Shop. I am your host, Blackjack. Joining me once again is my co-host, Foxy, as we are here for Match 2 of Finals Day 1 of Division 1. That is between Virtual 5 Esports and Kira Esports. This is a game that promises to excite, because both of these teams are some of the best teams in the current Indian circuit. And of course, that is why they're here in Division 1. They qualified for this, and here we have them playing the penultimate finals day of Division 1 for Season 1 itself. The map is going to be Water. We're going to be coming back to this map after quite a while of seeing Clubhouse and Villa and Clubhouse and Villa and the odd cafe sprinkled in. So it's nice to see Border be brought back into play by some teams here. Foxy, how do you feel about the game that we have going forward?
Oh, first thing that I'm going to have to emphasize here is that Kira right now, excuse me, they're standing on the second spot in the leaderboard. They are having 12 points accumulated for themselves, while Quantum G1 sits on 15. Meanwhile, Virtual 5 Esports is going to be all the way onto the 6th position. That is, they've only won a single match so far out of the 4 matches that they've played. This is going to be their 5th one. Kira, they've played 5 matches. This is going to be their 6th one. But then again, Virtual 5 Esports lacking in that they are 3rd to last in the position on the leaderboard so far. They've got to make sure they put this win on board, because if they don't, they're going to stay there. And you know what happens to the last 3 bottom teams in Division 1. They get relegated to Division 2. And the top 3 teams from Division 2 that we got from yesterday, that is Vector Sports, Reckoning Esports, and Phoenix, they are already going to be promoted to Division 1. What only is left to find out is who is going to give away that spot to these teams. And we will be watching this match here. Border has been an amazing map. We've seen Virtual 5 Esports lose against Hoffen Esports on the weekday 1 for the Division 1 play days. That was quite the match. We saw 8-6, 8-7 overtime coming in from both these teams, but in the end it was Hoffen Esports being the victor of it. Virtual 5 once again will be going to Border against Kira Esports, and Kira Esports, I would say this has been that one map where they're strong at least statistically speaking. And we will be going ahead with the game here as everybody's joined the lobby. Let us just get ready from our players, and looks like Kira Esports needs a minute. That is okay, we'll be waiting for you guys. Meanwhile, let's take a look at the standings. Quantum G1 on the 1st, Kira Esports on the 2nd, Stack on the 3rd, Level 0 Esports on the 4th, Union Gaming on the 5th. That is the top 5 teams for you that will be awarded with the prize money as well, while the bottom 3 teams that can get relegated, mind you guys, this is a dynamic table. This will change based on of what teams win today, what teams lose today, and what happens in the finale days, that is today and tomorrow. The bottom list at the moment is being held by Virtual 5 Esports, Hawks Gaming, and Hoffen Esports. Sadly, all 3 teams, they've won only one single match, but Hoffen Esports have played 6 and won 1. Hawks Gaming have played 5 and won 1. And Virtual 5 Esports have played 4. This is going to be the 5th one that we are witnessing, and won a single one. Everybody has 3 points on the board only, while Union Gaming, they've played 5 matches and won 2 of them. That is 6 points on the board for themselves. Level 0 have played 4 matches and won 2 of them. That is 6 for themselves as well. But the score difference is what puts Level 0 ahead of Union Gaming, while Stack is going to be winning 3 matches out of the 4, and that is going to put them 9 points above, and that is why they are securing the 3rd spot. Kira Esports meanwhile on the 2nd, and we are off and running with Border, our match 2 of the Division 1 finale day. This is where the action happens, and let's get right into it without any more delay. The ban phase is coming in. We'll be seeing Virtual 5 Esports starting off on attack, while we see Kira Esports start off on defense first. And just like I said, Kira Esports is one of the best maps, statistically speaking, on how these guys play out. and they just love to have their, you know, their own space of those runouts, their own space of having the teamwork coordination being put in, and that is what we'll be seeing today. That being said, we are off and running, and the first ban coming in from Kira Esports as they sit on defense is going to be Thermite. Alright, that's a really good operator being banned from them, so that is going to make things all the while more difficult for Virtual 5 Esports, as we know how important of an operator is Thermite on the map of border. Especially you've got the armory wall to be opened up, you've got the office triple wall, you've got the customs wall, you've got the passports wall, you've got the bathroom wall if you're trying to attack from tellers. But there's just so much going on right now as we are up and running into this game. Thatcher being taken out of the board as well. Alright, yes, Blackjack.
Yeah. What I was actually about to say was the fact that the Thatcher ban that we see right there is going to also be very important. Virtual 5 Esports, they are going to be banning the Valkyrie as well, so no intel, or well, not a whole lot of intel that the Valkyrie's Black Eyes could have brought otherwise. And the last one, as we see Echo, a nice and quick standard selection, is going to be what finishes off the ban phase. Now, of course, Valkyrie, she has shown to be quite useful on border with some very, very cheeky camp spots inside and outside the building respectively. And Virtual 5, they don't want to be playing against that as they banned the Thatcher. So the OG Heartbreach combo of Thermite and Thatcher is off the board. Kind of a sight to see. Something I never thought I would see is both Thermite and Thatcher not being allowed to play a game in high level Rainbow Six. It's you see new things every day when you cast the pro scene of Siege.
All right.
Oh, Kuskid, he's bringing out the Ying right here as Rattler's going to be moving into the Kaid out of Mira. So both electrical operators being brought in from the side of Kira Esports, but
Attackers
the
need to
Ying
locate and
is going to
defuse
be
as many
very
bombs as they
interesting as we go into the first round, which is going to be the defensive side on Armory.
Definitely. Let's take a quick look at these rosters. Meanwhile, we'll be having Rattler at third, your average R6 player, all as you might know him, Shrisha, Kajit and Aniket on the side of Kira Esports, and we'll be seeing them go onto the armory defense first. Very classic, very standard stuff being put out from the defensive team, while we'll be seeing V5 deploy Price, Script, Kuskid, Cyojin and Mike on the attacking team. And let's take a look at the operator roles as well, as looks like Aniket is a sucker for clocks. He's going to be taking that out, so ADS can be deployed. Obviously there's a really good thought out action and a reaction for that man there, and we'll be seeing us go up and running here in this match. And for some reason I'm very excited to see how these teams play out, as for some reason I've been developing this unusual liking for the team of Virtual 5, as they've been this one team that have always been the underdogs, not having so much noise being made from their end. But finally they're in Division 1 and they're giving such a good fight to all these top level teams that have been in the scene for oh so long. While fairly speaking, Virtual 5 players are a little new, but they are surely surprising me with their players, and they're amazing. What a roster this one is, and we'll be seeing them go up and running. We'll be seeing Script have his grapple game here. Script starting off his career as from the roster as TBE. Yeah, that was TBE. Yes, he is in the TBE team, and then now he's here at Virtual 5. He's been amazing so far. He's gonna disconnect. All right, Script, looks like you didn't like me talking about TBE. All right, I'm not gonna talk about it then. As Kuskid is gonna take it out, as Rattler is gonna be the one to take that kill, and he's still running the TCSG, mind you, and Athar holding this really nice angle that usually I like to call this a Shaiko sport, because the only time I saw somebody hold this angle was from Shaiko. So anyways, there's so many sports that we name after pro players that only make sense to be holding that angle from all the way to Fountain, as the Maestro Cams is what is giving away so much information. While Aniket has still got a C4 in his pocket, he's going to go for it. Does it connect? Yes, it does. And Mike gets taken out. It all comes down to Sajin and Price. Sajin making his way from downstairs. Arthur's got that line of sight established to him as well. Price, excuse me, is going to be the one making his way from downstairs, as Sajin is going to be on the metal stairs. Going to peek this angle, wanting to find the smoke, and he's going to get the headshot onto Kajit as well. Not exactly sure what the smoke was looking at, but he gets taken down, and now we're seeing Price and Sajin also away from each other. They're just separated across the map at this point. Not even close. Even a tag team from the side of Kira Esports could end everything for V5 right now. But Kira Esports is just going to choose to play this a little more steadily, a little more slowly, as they're just buying time for Script to reconnect. I'm assuming that is what they're doing right now. Alright.
Oh,
Okay.
they're just going to be sitting here holding these angles for the time being, not really making a whole lot of a push, or at least not fussing about it for the time being. Shots are still being fired, as
10 seconds
looks
to
like the
go.
Maestro is going to be catching out the Nomad for the time being, and it's all down to a 1v4
seconds
for
to go.
Sage, and he's still below in server room, and I don't think the defenders know or don't really care about that, because the time
Operators, you
will
have
run
run
its
out of
course,
time.
and Kira Esports, off the back of that disconnect from Script, are going to be winning round 1. Well, a little unfortunate, and so far I don't think we've seen a rehost request from V5 just yet. So we're going to be proceeding on as normal, as, well, okay, Script isn't back yet. I assume something major may have happened in his area, which is causing him to not connect just yet. Either that or he started the game and it's just loading up. So one of the two, you take your pick. As we're going to see Rattler go from the 6th pick of the Mozzie onto the Kaid. He's yet to confirm that just yet. As there we go, he's confirmed that. The conference with his team has made sure that that decision is exactly what Kira Esports wants going into round 2. So,
Attackers
with
need to
no
locate and
rehost
defuse
request
as
from
many bombs as they
V5,
can.
this means that they'll be playing a 4v5. And there we go. Script has returned, but just a little too late there, my friend. As unfortunately V5 had to play this round in a 4v5 capacity against what looks like an on-form Kira Esports, which will be all the more difficult for them to push onto this first floor defense that Kira Esports are setting up right here. Pretty much a standard set of defenders. Rattler's on the Kaid, Aturv is on the Jaeger, Shrisha, that is your average Arsenal player, is on the Legion, Kajit is on the Smoke, and Aniket is on the Ella. Alrighty. Ella, I'm pretty sure she's just running the SMG, as Border has a few very long lines of sight where the shotgun won't really work for anyone in particular, unless you're running the TCSG, you know, your main man is Kaid, in which case you want to be running the shotgun, and there we go. Nice skin on that Scorpion Evo. Is going to be what will be run by Aniket, the gun being manned by the Ella, as we are now in the thick of it for round 2 right now. A little bit of last minute site reconstruction coming out from the side of Kira Esports as an upside down rappel outside of the office's windows being established by what I believe is Sejin on the Zofia right now. Alrighty, and Mike, he's already at the CCTV door. He's going to be pushing armory door from the looks of things, and he's just looking to make sure that there's no default cams that can still spot him out. Sejin's upside down rappel, of course, the line of sight extends not just into offices, all the way into archives as well, which could exactly be what he needs, as a drone gets taken out, I believe, by the TCSG from inside of the small room. Yes, indeed. A prone angle being held by the Kaid right there, and the marks do go out, forcing him to move out of that position for the time being. Shots are being fired, lots of bullets being exchanged, but not a whole lot of damage being done between both teams. And as I say that, Mike is going to take down Rattler. That's a big kill. The Kaid is off the board. The TCSG is gone as the flashbangs are being burnt out by Hibana's, excuse me, the AD is being burned out by Hibana's flashbang. As the grenade does go out, it's going to take out the deployable shield that was holding on to that little wall section. And Aniket, he's being forced to play on the armory locker's door. A drone probably did spot him. Either that or it was just there that he was able to take out. He's got a nice angle onto the armory door for the time being. And a drone will spot him inside of small offices, so the sledge knows. But the hatch is open, and Aniket has dropped through to safety of sight for them. In the meanwhile, Zofia is going to be caught out by Shrisha. That is your average R6 player, catching the Zofia, trying to enter through archives, as he's going to drop to the safety of sight as well, along with a Turf. So, looks like all 4 are on the first floor right here. Top floor control has been given away to Virtual 5 Esports for the time being, as Kira Esports look to play with as much wasted time as possible, and they've actually done that because there's less than 50 seconds left in the round for V5 to make this play happen. They still have to establish vertical lines of sight and make this push to sight happen so that they can get the plant off. As we see, Sledge is going to be breaking the floor of Armory to get as many sight lines as he can, but is it going to work? And shots are fired, but those pipes are there to deny Jaeger's bullet from going too far. Sledge is going to see where the Jaeger's playing. And what a shot from a third right there. Oh, ho, ho. That is going to take down the Sledge. As it's all down to a 2v4 now for Price and Kuskit to try and make it happen. But there's only 10 seconds left on the clock as Kuskit's going to drop down. There's the catch from the smoke as a third is going to finish off, Price with the angle on sandwich window. He knew the rappel was coming in. And at that point, there was nothing that the attackers could do. Kira Esports 2-0 in the early game on border.
A 2-0 advantage indeed on the side of Kira Esports, but now we've got to see that Script has joined back in the lobby, and maybe that could surely change things up. They had a 4-man disadvantage, 1-man disadvantage on playing 4-man in that map, but now the defense will be going on to the customs inspection and supply room. That is a little comparatively a tougher site to defend on when we compare Armory being also comfortable, ventilation workshops being also comfortable to defend. And Aniket, a little hesitant on a 6-pick, is finally going to be picking Mira. As we are going to maybe see a Mira strat coming out from Kira Esports.
Attackers need to locate
And
and
I'm going to have to be honest here. There's not many times that we see Mira being unbanned on the side of border. But this time she's going to be, and despite not bringing her on board for armory and ventilation, that she's going to be brought on the table for customs. And this is going to be interesting as we see where Aniket is going to be placing his black mirrors. I really want to see. I mean, there's obviously some standard stuff that you can do with our mirrors. One is usually placed onto that really small soft wall in the small room, so you get a direct angle all the way outside the passport area. That's one black mirror that I've seen being employed by multiple people. But I really want to see where Aniket is going to use these black mirrors. Okay, alright, reinforcement's going to come in here. Is the black mirror going to go in here?
Attackers must locate and defuse
Nope.
a bomb.
Nope.
Okay. Nope. Alright, Aniket, come on, you've got 2 of them in your pocket. Don't tell me you just took the Mira for the Vector. You could have taken the Goyo instead. Alright, there we go. The black mirror is going to be deployed in the armory on the soft wall, first and foremost. Not sure where the second one is going to come out, as looks like Aniket is. Yes, he is going to be holding this all down by his lonesome. And he's going to be roaming here with the hatch open in case he needs to rotate. A one-man army hold coming in from this man himself, the IGL of Kira Esports. He's going to be holding down all of this area by himself. Really good emphasis in terms of utility, and that is surely going to throw off the defenders quite a lot. Meanwhile, we are seeing a third holding down the top floor. He's got some support bringing in from the bottom as well. But for the moment, Rattler is going to be alone on the top floor. He's got to make sure he wins his gunfights, because if he doesn't, the CCTV hold goes away to the attackers, and then I don't even need to specify how much of a huge task a retake in a situation like this is. Aniket is surely going to deny anybody trying to walk in from that catwalk, as the Mira does get taken out, but he's going to try and land his shots. He's going to fall back as the Rattler is going to get dispatched. That is the alibi. Script is going to take him out, and Aniket realizes that his purpose of staying above is no longer being fulfilled, and he's going to fall back as well. A third is going to be inside. Meanwhile, your average R6 player, Srisha, is going to be watching that angle not to find anybody so far. Aniket is going to have a pre-play C4. He's going to drop it but not claim anybody, as a little bit of a misclick there. He could have waited for a little while longer, confirmed his skill on it, but he does hear the Nomad out. Trying to find out where that Nomad is playing. He's got the angle onto her as well. Really nice angle being employed by Aniket here. Ajit is going to be holding this server hatch down. The attackers know what the push they've got to make, and look at that. Another kill comes in from Sajin as the hatches are going to be reinforced. Not the small room hatch though. Mozi does get spotted up, but he's going to land his shots. Srisha with an amazing pick is going to be the victor of that, but cannot get the other. That is the Hibana winning that fight out. Khajiit meanwhile is going to get Price. Kuskit, just like I said, he's going to get Srisha. It's a 3 versus 2 now. Totally doable for the attacking team to finally get one round on board for themselves. Kuskit is going to be the planter, and he's going to do exactly that. Aniket tries to go with this shotgun play here. Meanwhile, it all comes down to him, and that is it. Script is going to end him, and Virtual 5 Esports are going to win on round 3. Finally, with the 5-man advantage, they've got that round in. And while we see the defense go on to the customs inspection, didn't really work out. A little bit of not so well thought out strategy, and in terms of coordination Rattler had to stay alive on CCTV. There's no help for him. And it all came down to that eventually. So we'll be proceeding to round 4 with Kira still in advantage. But looks like V5 is back in business. And they want to make these equalizer happen. And they want to make it happen now.
Absolutely. As they did win the last round, it is now 1-2, still in favor of Kira Esports. But as we go back to the Armory Lockers defensive side from the side of Kira, and the 6-pick from Rattler happens onto the Mira, onto the Kaid. And actually, yes, as Foxy said, it was a nice observation from Foxy
Defenders,
this
protect your
last
bombs
round
from
in
being
customs.
hit by attackers.
The fact that going Armory, there's no Mira, going ventilation, there was no Mira, but going to customs, there was a Mira. Interesting play by Kira Esports. Didn't really work out in their favor either way, so not entirely certain what they were doing. But of course, I digress. I can only speculate so much sitting here in the caster seat, as we're going to be moving to round 4 right now. And this time, Virtual 5 Esports are on the full stack of 5 players. And they are going to be taking complete advantage of the fact that hopefully there are not going to be any more disconnects. In the meanwhile, Shisha, your average Arsenal player, he's going to be going on top of the archive shelf to put down his Evil Eye on top of the shelf. That's a common spot. We've seen ADSs go up there. We've seen Evil Eyes go up there. All of the good stuff. It just all gets placed up there. It's a high spot, you know. Not a lot of things can get that Evil Eye or the ADS, whatever's put there. So makes sense that you're gonna take advantage of it. It's like how Coastline's TARP used to be. Does anybody remember TARP from Coastline? Every season, Ubisoft would take away the method people were using to get on the TARP. And then suddenly, Coconut Bra comes out a week later. Oh, hey, I found this way, by the way. And then it was a never-ending cycle. That has become this. Borders archive shelf. Ubisoft tried to remove it a couple seasons ago. Didn't work. They got rid of the vaulting option. People just run onto the monitor instead. So, you know, just a little interesting tidbit that I happen to remember as we're going to be going into round 4. The 2-minute timer is going to take over as Virtual 5 Esports are going to break down the main door of Armory Lockers by the main wall. There's going to be flashbangs to burn out ADSs, and very soon there's probably going to be some sort of vertical play from Saiyajin. Oh no, that's going to be the main shield destroyed. The deployable shield that was being used is Rattler's actually using the AUG. A grenade is being prepared by Mike on the sledge. It's going to take out the Electro Claw. No. Okay, that was the Bandit battery that was there. Oh no, those were Electro Claws. Never mind, I forgot completely. But the Hibana's X-Kairos are going to be put down, and they are going to be breaching for the time being. There we go, the breach is made. That's an entryway breach as well from Virtual 5 in towards Armory Lockers. That's big, as Rattler takes quite a lot of damage inside of that half-wall area. That Saiyajin is going to be trying to take him out, but no, he's going to be taken out instead by his own angle, as actually that was a trade. Alrighty then, the trade between both of the operators coming out as Kajib has been down in the meanwhile inside a small office. That's a big kill. The smoke is on the board, but the C4 from below from Aniket on the Bandit. Mike is going to trade with Shrisha as well. Lots of trades coming out as a plant will now go off one side by Kuskit. It's down to Tarv and Aniket, but the sandwich repel is going to be here. It's going to be taken out as well, as it's all down to the planter. Aniket is going to get the kill instead. Wait, that was another trade. The trade from small office on the sandwich window. That is what, 3 trades in this round between 2 operators. 6 operators traded between themselves. That
Alright,
is
so what
a
happened
very-
is we saw the Zofia make the angle onto the half wall, and Kaid got the kill onto her. And the moment Kaid killed her, the Capita bolts from script killed Kaid. That were deployed onto the half wall. Then Capita moved in, got the smoke. He got traded out by the C4 from Aniket down below. Then we saw Aniket walk. Then we saw Srisha trade out with, I think that was Mike.
Probably, yeah.
The Maestro trading
traded,
out.
yeah.
Yeah, so that was a trade as well. And then when it came to the very end, Aniket traded out with the guy on the sandwich rappel. And it came to a 1v1 where we saw the Hibana Kuskit clutching it out in a 1 versus 1. And that was such a heated moment that, oh my god.
Absolutely crazy.
That came so close. Everybody's on point with the shots. Damn. The refrag game is so amazing watching these matches.
It is amazing. Absolutely beautiful. These are the kinds of games we come here to watch when it comes to competitive Rainbow Six. Now, don't get me wrong. Division 3 is fun because everybody is just taking the mickey out of the game right there. That's a different kind of fun for Rainbow Six Siege. But when you have people in competitive playing to the best of their strengths, especially a game like this where as soon as a kill is dropped, it gets traded out instantly to the point where both the operators start trading with each other on headshots. That is the beauty of competitive Rainbow Six, top tier for the Indian circuit, as Virtual 5 did manage to equalize 2-2 against Kita Esports, and now we're in round 5. This is, of course, the second last round before Rose Swap, as both of these teams are going to be looking to take themselves to Rose Swap in a 4-2 capacity to make sure they have a bit of a cushion while they start manning the opposite road to what they are playing right now. Sajan's going to push into CCTV after droning it out to make sure it's clear, and he's going to establish a bullet hole peek all the way down the corridor to east stairs right there. And he's the only one in there. There's no contest on the CCTV for the time being from the side of Kita Esports. They don't even want to try. And, all right, understandable. You know, different teams have different ways of playing. And actually, quite a lot of teams don't like to try and play CCTV. They like to have somebody below with a C4. But with the Valkyrie off the board, that's a little bit of a slightly more gamble type of a play. Because, you know, you never know if you're going to get anyone with a C4. You don't have the assurance that you normally would, as the grenade does go out, but it's not going to get anything for the time being, even though the ADS was burnt out, I think. Is there another one? Or did the grenade just flat out miss? I think it may have missed. No, but there's no floor breaking. I'm not really sure where that grenade went. It just poofed into the void as more flashbangs are being fired in, and Rattler is actually playing there. Oh, there is another ADS right there behind the shelf. I just saw it, as that is going to be what takes out the grenade thrown in by the sledge right there. Flame arrows are being thrown into the half-wall area, but no one's playing there. Kazit is safe behind another one of the containers, as he's going to be busy watching for the sandwich repel, and shots are being traded between Rattler and the Capitao out there. The Kaid, of course, with the Og, as the Ibana pushes in, but no, what a shot from Rattler with the QE. He's going to take the head of Tuscan, and the C4 comes out. It's not going to do a whole lot of damage, though, as Zofia is going to be playing from below as well. That deals a little bit more damage to Rattler. He is very low on HP, but he is still alive for his team, and that is exactly what matters, as the smoke's gas gonna grow out, and there we go, the Capitao peaks, and he gets the kill. He's gonna get another one. Script is taking a little damage, but the Maestro gets one. He's gonna get traded back by Script as well. He's on a triple kill right here, as he takes a lot of damage, but he's gonna be covering for Sajan, the planter right now, as Mike is going to take down Renegade. It's all down to a third. The Jaeger, who was sitting inside of Archives the whole time, but now he has to deal with 3 attackers. All of them are holding angles onto his entry point. And there's even an operator on the first floor. He pushes up to the metal wall, but no, the Zofia hears it out, and he's going to take out a third right there, as Virtual 5 are going to take the lead right now in this early game, taking round 5, excuse me, for themselves, 3-2 in their favor.
What a comeback indeed, coming in from the side of Virtual 5 Esports here. They started off on 0-2, and now they are on 3-6, and we are proceeding in round 6 already. While we'll be seeing a side swap coming in as well, and that is surely going to make turn tides here and there for sure, as there's been an amazing fury of kills that we're seeing them drop. Script with that triple kill. Are you kidding me, Script? What a play from him. That was so much necessary for the side of V5 to make that push happen. It all came down to the Capitao getting those 3 kills. The third one being rather more of a teamwork kill. Yeah, definitely. The Nomad charge sending the Maestro flying through the air on towards the small room closet's door. And then before the animation could turn out in the favor of the Maestro, the Capitao made sure he makes quick work of it. 3-2 is the scoreline, and really good play coming from Virtual 5, and this is what I was saying in the starting of the match. Virtual 5, they've been surprising me recently with their players, and I might even be fanboying over them at this point, but it's a good team. It deserves the appreciation that it should be getting, and that is exactly what we are seeing them do. We're seeing a few of these holes being made from the side of Kita Esports for, well, it looks like they're going to be having an extended roam on with CC. That's a little bit of... Alright, it's standard stuff. I mean, not standard at least, but nothing new. I mean, you don't need to do things new if it's already working out for you. I mean, you don't want to keep experimenting, at least not at this level, not on the finale of the WD Black, the Esports Club League of Rainbow Six Siege. You want to make sure everything that you're doing is calculated and well. V5 looks like they want to bring this fight and take this match to home, because we already know Kira Esports stand in the second spot right now as far as the leaderboards are concerned. But V5, by getting this match in the bag, are going to move ahead on the leaderboard, excluding themselves from the elimination, and that P comes in from the dock. It's a run out as well, but now that's a run out being watched by Sajan. He's not going to be allowing any of that happening. Mike is going to be going on that AC vent spot to get the dome nade play in, and Aniket is going to be playing here. Alright, looks like the sledge. Okay, he's going to be droning first and foremost. Wants to make sure he gets proper information on where the defender is playing. Is it on the solo wall or is it close to the triple wall? It's going to be on the solo wall. That is being confirmed, and the flashes being gone out. Mike goes for the nade. Does it connect? Yes, it does. He's going to down the dock. What a nade coming in from him, but not enough to confirm that kill. And now Aniket knows what is going on with him, and he's just got to fall back at this point. Mike is going to be cooking another nade, but that's one less stim pistol to worry about. 75 HP. Oh, look at that. 2 stim pistols being used on the hands of Aniket here. The cook comes in. Yes, it does. Mike cooking his nade also perfectly. Goes in for the nade, but not going to connect, at least not this time. Good use of utility being put from the side of V5, but not enough to shake off that dock. As no, because you can't go through that. He's just going to fall back at this moment, and we'll be seeing Script held down with Price as well. He's got a lot of support with the air jabs as well. Really good use of utility, like I said, but the shield is what is stopping them. Aniket is still going to be here, stationed oh so strong, not deterring from his kills. And look at that, he's going to drop the head of Script and use the last stim pistol on him as well. Here's another vault in, but a little too late in that animation that he got stuck in, and the smokes being expelled as well. A 4 versus 4 now. A lot of timing expelled by the side of the dock, all by his lonesome, as we will be seeing Sergeant go for the sneaky play. Rattler is going to drop Price meanwhile, as Zofia is allowed to walk in on the side like this. What? And she's going to get the smoke as well. The sledge supporting her from the AC vents is going to walk in any moment now. Rattler meanwhile is going to get everybody, and it all comes down to Kuskir on the Hibana. She finds one. Can she find 2 more? No, she won't, and Mozzie's going to shut him down, and Rattler with the triple kill. And what a gunplay on this man. Just amazing. Is going to put the equalizer down on the Kira Esports, and 3-3 we proceed to side swap.
Role swap is in effect. It is round 7 and an equalized 3-3 score, so it is a role swap of the truest of senses right here, because this means that both teams are essentially starting from 0. They have to learn if I were to take an example, V5 now have to learn how Kira are going to make their push. Of course, I assume that both these teams have done their homework on each other, which is why we're seeing this level of play come out from both of them, because they know what the enemy team is going to be doing and they're adapting accordingly. But the enemy team also knows what they're going to be doing, so they're adapting accordingly. It's a game of adaptation. It's a game of, improvisation and compromise. You change strats on the fly to make sure you have the advantage. Both teams are doing that, and
Attackers need to locate and
that is why we
defuse
see an
bombs.
equalized score. We might even see overtime. Am I being too hopeful? I don't think so. Overtime is definitely on the cards, but that is another 6 rounds worth of gameplay from both of these teams before we can even consider that being a fact. Excuse me, I was just making sure my neck was in proper place there, as Fountain is going to be reinforced by Silence. I don't mean that in a bad way. My neck's
what
a
do you
little
mean your
stiff.
neck was in a proper place?
My neck's a little stiff.
I
That's what
just
I mean.
I just imagine you doing the Terminator 360. Yeah, that is exactly what my brain pictured. The moment you said, just a minute, I just extend my, adjust my neck. All right, okay, Blackjack. All right.
I mean, okay, your brain said Terminator. My brain said nearly headless Nick from Harry Potter, if you're aware. So, references, we have them. Both of us, we've grown up on some of the most popular franchises out there. And anybody who knows Harry Potter and Terminator loves both of them. Sound off in the chat. We would definitely love to see and hear your feedback. as we're going to be coming back into the game. Round 7 is in effect. V5 and Kira Esports are level right now. And V5 are going to be manning their first round of defense on the second floor armory. This is the 4th time in a row, actually, we're going to be seeing armory come out from either of these teams, because Kira Esports, they had 2 unfortunate rounds in armory where they lost, which meant that they had to go back there again and again and again, winning it the 3rd time only for Rollsoft to make sure that V5 were going to go armory. So it's armory reception right now, as the Easters push has been confirmed by a third for the time being. He's just going to make sure that that hallway is clear. It's going to be joining the CCTV push from the looks of things by the rest of the Kira Esports players. That is, of course, a third moving in, making sure that break room is clear with the drone. But that wall that leads onto 90 has been reinforced, so no lines of sight are going to be established for the time being. Rattler, in the meanwhile, the Capital, he's going to be playing on the east stairs, making sure no one's coming for the flank at the time being. And actually, Sledge is below, and the Jaeger, that is Sayajin, has seen that. He's going to be peeking him, and he's going to down the Sledge. There we go. Aniket goes down, and that's a big one. He was probably looking, the Sledge, that is, was probably looking for some grenade plays from the first floor, and that will be completely denied, as the first kill is on the board for the round. V5 are in a bit of a man advantage. That being said, of course, Kira Esports could make this play happen as a smoke arrow comes out from Rattler. He's going to make sure that the Mira inside of Fountain cannot see anything, but the push onto officers hasn't exactly happened yet. Nomad's going to put 1 charge down to make sure that nobody can push into CCTV for the time being, and Habana's going to be looking to open up the main wall of armory lockers. Price, he's sitting by the small office, and Kuskit is sitting right here next to the half wall, excuse me, as the third was gone for the peak. But there's an ADS to stop one of the impact nades, and another concussion comes out. The impact is going to finally take out that shield. That was a Goyo shield, of course, as Kuskit is forced to rotate towards half wall. We've passed the 30-second mark now, and it is all down to whether or not this armory push can come out from the side of Kira Esports in time. Price is watching an angle. He's going to put down one of his canisters. The toxic babes are coming out as the fire arrow comes out from Capital. Is he going to catch the Goyo? No, it's not. It's just a little displaced as the C4 comes out. It's going to find Rattler. That's the Capital of the board. The Sophia has pushed in, but she's going to be taken out by Mike, who gets taken out as well. Srisha gets a double for himself, pushing into sight, and Kazi is going to be looking for the plant through the smoke, which is going to be doing a whole lot of damage, which is going to go out right at the nick of time, as it is all down to Sejin and Script to try and get the Sejin goes down. It's all down to Script as Srisha has found another one for himself. And it is all down to Script on the Mira. He knows that there's somebody playing sandwich. He knows where that play is happening, but he's going to run past it for the time being. He's going to try and go for this counter defense, but will he be able to? Because the rappel peak is going to come out from the Habana that is caused very low on HP. He's going to go for the revive instead. Kuskit, of course, a big player with Goyo. It's going to be a 2v2 now with the last 20 seconds. Ooh, Mira gets tagged up quite a bit, but the shots are going to be fired. Kaz is going to find Kuskit instead, and it's all down to Mira once again in a 1v2. The last 12 seconds, and there we go. The kill is confirmed for Kira, as they will win round 7. What a round. The chaos at the end of it all. And Kira Esports come out on top, taking the lead here. 4-3, it's still a 1-round lead. It's not a whole lot in terms of round count, but it is still something. And Kira Esports will definitely be going into the next few rounds with a whole lot of confidence.
Definitely. I thought with V5 going on towards the defense, they'll have a little more advantage based on what they brought the Mira in the first round itself, and we know how influential Mira can be as an operator in a map like this, but they didn't really have that strategy thought out. And Kira playing that also perfectly. So the way that round went by is Kira knew that Virtual 5 is having so much emphasis on the side of offices, and they are making sure that their hold is more focused to stop the push coming in from offices, and that is exactly how those mirrors were placed as well. Kira Esports reading right into it, baited in Virtual 5 into thinking that their push is going to be on the offices, with that Capita smoke being used as well onto the office hallway and the Mira window. We did see that being deployed from Rattler, and they quickly went for a maneuver all the way onto CC, getting the armory wall open, picking up frags on the half wall, make sure they get the plan down with somebody rappel on the sandwich, and it all came down to the post plan situation in which it was a 2 versus 1 essentially. even with the revive coming in,
Attackers must
not really a gunfight that you can win while you have the attackers rappelled outside onto the catwalk with an angle that is surely favoring them more than it favors you. But we'll be seeing V5 once again deploy a similar strategy. Hopefully this time around they're a little more concerned about how the armory push can be countered, because that is exactly what was their undoing in the last round. We'll be seeing Kuskit holding this angle down on towards the main lobby door. That is the double door of the whole map. I think that's the biggest door of the entrance, but then again you could argue with me on the passport door as well. But speculation apart, Script has got the shield to his advantage as well this time around, and a really nice place shield. It takes me a little while to get that shield place over there. I'm gonna have to be honest here. As a player myself, I just in the end just compromise it. All right, you know what? Screw this, I'm just gonna play the shield however I want. I'm not a man of patience sometimes, at least not in ranked games, never. We'll be seeing Saj holding down with the Jaeger. He's gonna be on side, doesn't want to extend the drone, not at this moment. And Kuskit is gonna be with the TCSG once again. He's been amazing so far with that C4 play coming in from him in the last round as well. But to his undoing, he got taken out and then the revive came in. But nothing to work out, and look at that, Kira Esports starting off with the explosive entry kill. Aniket is going to get Kuskit through the wall. That is going to be the Ying, and do we see a flash and dash from the Ying coming in? Your average R6 player gets another. That is going to be Sandwich Rappel. Mike is down below, but he gets no match charge, and Ying is into the play. So many Candelas being dropped, and look at that, Aniket is going to find Script once again, and the C4 comes into play. Aniket onto the triple kill. What is going on? It all comes down to Mike, but where is Mike? He's going to be outside. He gets the man onto the Sandwich Rappel. Really important frag for him, but it only comes down to Aniket with the quad kill, and the round ends just like that on this one-man army. I've said this before, I'll say it again. Is this guy Aniket or is he a monster? Excuse me, is he a human or is he Aniket, is what I usually say. What a play from this man. A 4K to seal the deal for Kira Esports, and we'll be going one round closer in terms of where this team stands towards match point. And we are on round 9.
Well, Kira Esports, they lost the play for a little bit in between. Virtual 5 did take 3 rounds to the board for themselves, but that is the only 3 rounds that Virtual 5 have taken so far. As we see the 6-pick come out from Mozzie, excuse me, Script, he's going to go out from the Kaid to the Mozzie, and the Ying is being brought in by Aniket once again, the man with a mission, as he's going to be bringing out the Ying on this first floor ventilation push, ventilation defense, excuse me, that Virtual 5 are going to be going for right now. And one thing I would like to say before we move on with the round is that Armory was a site repeated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times in the middle there. Twice, thrice by Kira Esports, twice by V5. A little quite interesting. Definitely, you know, usually if you see a site repetition like that, it has the chance of making games boring, but the caliber of the teams that we have on hand assures that all of the rounds are beautifully exciting for everyone to watch and for us to cast here at the WD Black Esports Club League, as Rattler is going to be shutting up the loudspeaker. And the man has pestered player ears for 4.5 years now, excuse me. And then finally we can just shoot at it.
Do not attempt to board the helicopter.
Now don't you start now. As Script is going to be taking down Shrisha. That's actually a big kill. I just realized the Nomad is off the board. Script on the Mozzie getting a big frag for his team. Virtual 5 will definitely be very happy with that man advantage, as Aniket is already on the 90 hallway. That is, of course, the red carpet hallway outside of CCTV, and he has plenty of bullet holes from Mozzie's pre-fire in his direction. As, oh no, he's going to catch Sayajin doing the Shift W run, and he's going to catch the Mozzie as well. Oh, ho, ho, what a gunplay by the Ying right there, as he gets 2 for himself. Script is confused. How did he get taken out while the Ying is only down? That is a big set of kills. The Jaeger and the Mozzie are off the board, and the Candelas are still alive for the side of Kira Esports. As Maestro, excuse me, the second floor hold is almost completely in favor of Kira Esports on the attack right. It's actually going to be taken over completely because there are no defenders on the second floor right now. Angles of sight, vertically speaking, are going to be established into the objective here, as Kira Esports are going to be quickly moving to make this play happen. Shots are still being fired. Kuskit is actually very low on HP, just as I notice it, and the Hibana is going to be opening up ventilation window. She's the one with the diffuser for the time being, as Atran takes a little damage. He's actually dropped down into sight from the looks of things, and that's going to be very, very interesting as the Candelas are coming out from everywhere. It's firebolts, it's smoke arrows. The Candelas are here. The Ying is in play right here, ladies and gentlemen. Aniket is going to be throwing another one, but that's caught out by the ADS as the plant is going off by Kajit. The first canister is missed, and that's probably going to be what gives Kajit enough time to make the play happen, as Aniket's going to get another one. That's Pricey gets another one from the server hatch drop as the last double kill is confirmed, and Rattler cleaning up on the Kuskit in the meanwhile is going to be what gives Kira Esports match point by winning round 9. Kira Esports are running away with it right here. 4 rounds consecutively off the back of the role swap. Oh, well, just before the role swap, but still. This has been the Kira Esports show for these last 4 rounds, and they are going to be looking to close the chapter, close this chapter on match day 5, which is finals day 1 for Division 1. 6-3 is the score, as the Ying is back in play, while Script is going to be moving to play Mira of the Visual.
All right, one thing we've got to notice is that V5 right now, they must be hitting their heads right now that, all right, guys, we should have played Yang when we were on the attack. But one thing that I haven't seen V5 do so far is on a map that is also focused in close quarter combats. And yeah, definitely, many of these fights come out in long hallways as well. Not denying that at any moment now. While Script is going to be moonwalking, all right. We have an MJ in the house, guys. That is going to be Script. And bye-bye, Script. That is surely going to put V5 on a rather significant disadvantage, as Kira would not let them walk away while they sit on match point. Well, coming back to what I was saying, we did not see V5 employ a Warden so far. And Script, sadly, without deploying his mirrors, excuse me, can we, oh no, actually, we cannot if the player has not disconnected in the first 15 seconds. I will be asking the admins and will be coming back to you guys. Oh wait, alright, Price has already left the game apparently.
As well. Oh no.
As we'll be in quite the standstill, alright. We've got everybody. Let me just confirm with the rulebook and be back, as that is not my. Yeah.
That is.
Yeah, that is not my decision to make. So we'll just confirm with the admin and be back.
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back from the rehost that we had to take for Virtual 5 Esports to get their players back. The unfortunate disconnect that we saw from Script once again means that they opted for the rehost this time around. And just as a reminder on this match for Border between V5 and Kira Esports are on the lead right here, 6-3 in their favor. They are on match point going into this round. That is, of course, round 10. V5, they haven't had the best of times. The last 4 rounds that we've seen from both of these teams have been a complete wash by the side of Kira Esports, running away with the game despite it being equalized when role swap happened. As we saw the 6-pick come out from Aniket, he's
Attackers
back
need
on
to
the
locate
Ying
and
once
defuse
again,
as many
and
bombs
we're going to be
as
going
they
back to the second floor armory hold from the side of Virtual 5 Esports on this defense right here. They need to make things count. They need to win 3 rounds in a row to equalize for overtime with Kira Esports, while Kira, they sit comfortably just needing to win 1 more round. Who will our victor be? That is, we are sure to find out right here on the WB Black Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege. Foxy, any predictions before we get in the game?
Man, it still hurts for me to see that Virtual 5 Esports are having to choose the same operators, obviously, because you cannot, after demanding the rehost, you cannot be changing another operator. That is how the rules go. But what still hurts to see that Virtual 5, despite knowing that Kira Esports have been bringing Ying from the past 3 rounds, somebody bring out Warden. That is exactly why I think they buffed the Ying. I mean, haven't they? We've been having those talks lately in the community that alright, they want Warden's picks to go higher because Warden is, if not the most useless operator right now in the game. But with the Ying buff coming in, that is surely going to be an indirect buff to how the Warden's ability get used. And like I was saying, this is a map where the close quarter fights are, you know, they mostly that is what takes place here, and you could surely use Warden, the MPX, amazing gun to work with, and you've even got the SMG-12 in your back pocket. You can surely use that as well. So I think Warden wouldn't be that bad of a pick here, and V5 not converting on the advantage that they have, like the thermite being banned. You can surely go for the triple office wall reinforcement here, but they've not been doing that for some reason. I'm not exactly sure what V5 is thinking right now. With the thermite ban, you should obviously be doing that, because that makes all the while more difficult for Kira Esports to make their way into offices. And now we see this wall not being reinforced. That is going to be a easy soft breach for the side of Kira. The Atarv is running the Zofia. We can see Aniket running the breach charges. Kajit can also be running the breach charges. So any amount of soft breach that is necessary to get their control over offices established is just very easy for Kira Esports. But guess what Kira Esports is going to do? They're going to go attack the side of Armory. And this time around, at least they have a better Mira placement coming in from them. On the different side. And really good emphasis on how the Mira is being used. Aniket is he's a little hesitant about how this could turn out, and there you go, the smoke is going to deny any lines of sight, but the C4 is into play. That is going to be wasted, at least for the moment. Meanwhile, Sajin on the other end is going to catch a third off guard, and that is your Zofia taken out of the board. Aniket just had to go in for removing those bandit batteries, I assume, and Script is going to be going aggressive on this. He's going to try and land his shots, but not going to do anything. And what a play from this man. I mean, the amount of courage on this man is, he's going to claim a life as well, at least not for the moment, as it's not been confirmed yet. Oh, he's going to confirm it. Look at that, a very bad revive coming in from, I don't know who that was that Rattler? Yes, that was Rattler. You shouldn't have gone for that revive, my man. That was such a bad decision making from that team over there, as we'll be seeing Mike once again prep for this runner anytime now. Looks like the Rios is doing wonders for V5, as they've got that little time for themselves into making the push decider for themselves, as we'll be seeing Rattler make his way through offices. He's got the diffuser as well. Meanwhile, Aniket on the other end is, oh, Rattler is going to miss it, and look at that, a mistake from this man. Is going to drop the diffuser. Only 5 seconds left. There's nothing that they can do at this point. Your average gas explains all that is left alive for the side of Kira Esports, and Virtual 5 Esports are winning this round, going a little bit closer to that comeback dream that they have. Oh boy, what a bad round from Kira Esports.
Absolutely, getting a bit too hyper aggressive, not making sure to clear out the ADSs, and not playing to their strengths as they had for 4 rounds in a row. And oh boy indeed, because Virtual 5 have managed to keep themselves alive. 6-4 is now the score. Kira Esports are still in the lead, but Virtual 5, they could definitely go for more, as we are going to be moving into round 11 right here. It's not going to show up in the round count above because it's going to be boldly showing off the fact that one team is on match point. So, you know, I have the data right here to make sure we've got the mental count ready. As Script is going to be going for the cap can. Alrighty then. Kappa is in play
Attackers need to
as
locate and
certain
defuse
parts of the
the bomb.
community call him the technologically advanced alligator or crocodile. I don't really know what he would define Kappa as. But he's of course going to be in play as we're going to be moving to the first floor ventilation right here. And the defensive side, Virtual 5 Esports, they definitely know what they're doing. The rehos definitely served for them as a bit of a tactical timeout, as that they've had time, as Foxy noted, to get their plays in check. All right, interesting place of one of the EDDs. He's going to put them down on the ventilation window. Of course, if push comes to shove, all the way down in the crunch line, Capcan, excuse me, might just be able to get away with that if Kira Esports are forced to push in a rush situation. In the meanwhile, he's going to be putting down one more ED on the break room door. That's a nice one. Onto the CCTV entryway, and the last one's going to go into office. 2 on the second floor and 3 on the first floor. 2, of course, the second floor ones are to support the roamers to make sure they know when the south side push is going to happen from the side of Kira Esports, because Capcan, of course, he was changed for all of those who, I mean, I don't know. If somebody doesn't know the fact that Capcan used to be a different kind of operator before, I would have to ask if they're living in the rock. Not to be harsh, but just saying, you know, as, you know. Oh, well, anyway, that's enough of that little offbeat. As Anika has taken quite a bit of damage. In the meanwhile, Sajin's down and it gets taken out by Shrisha from the sandwich window right here. That is a big kill. The Jaeger is off the board, leaving only one more operator, I presume. That is the Capcan. He might just go for a run out, but he knows that there's going to be an air jab out there, so he's going to not go for that for the time being. The armory push is happening as the Capcan playing inside of Archives is going to be the center of attention for Kira Esports. But Kuskit is still here with the Wamai and his magnets to try and make this play happen. Make sure that the Capcan has more than enough cover. A Script is going to be holding off Fountain for the time being. A Jones going to spot him as it moves in to push half wall. Tons of utility being spread towards the push to Wamai as one more magnet has gone out and a C4 went out from somewhere. Not really sure where that came out of, as another magnet is going to catch one more piece of utility from the side of the attacker. So much utility being denied, so much time being wasted by the Wamai. He's going to catch one and Script's going to catch another. A third one goes down as Kira Esports find themselves in a big man disadvantage. Rattler goes down as well, as it's all down to 4v2 in this situation. Shrisha is going to finally get the kill, rappelling in from sandwich window, making it a 3v2, but V5 are very heavily in the lead right now from both the time perspective and the man count. In the meanwhile, Script has taken quite a lot of damage while playing around in custom inspections, as Price knows that there's people on top of the hatch, or close to right there inside of Archives. He's going to be moving away from the hatch to make sure his line of sight, or at least the attackers, don't get a line of sight onto him. Script still playing inside of not really sure what the room is called, but it's playing close to custom inspection, as Kajit is going to go into tellers for the time being. Breaking that window definitely gave away his position, and Shisha is going to be the one joining him, as it looks like they want to make a bathroom push out. Bana just has one set of extras as that Meister LMG will take one down, but it will be refragged by Kajit. Price goes down, but not before he takes down Shisha with that Alda. It's all down to Kajit in this 1v3, and he's going to be taken out from inside of customs. That is the Capcan coming to play. Not with his EDDs, mind you, but with his gun. The 9x19 VSN catching the Hiban off guard as Virtual 5 managed to win round 11. They sit 1 round away from overtime. Will they be able to make the comeback real? 1 round to go. Foxy, what do you think?
Oh boy, the comeback. The dream is here. The dream is real. They might even make this comeback happen. I mean, it's totally on the cards. The way Kira Esports is making mistakes here, surely V5 is converting on every single one of it. We even saw Aniket losing a lot of HP in the beginning. That was from a C4 that was being deployed by the customs area. And that is what makes me believe that V5 knows exactly what Kira is trying to do. And they're trying to break the synergy that Kira is bringing it to the board, and really good play from Virtual 5 Esports. And one more round to go for sure, but it's a little tough now if you'd ask me, because they're going to go on towards the side of customs inspection, and we did not see Kira Esports pan out well when they went to the side as well. So maybe this could be that one round where they get that match point removed from, as they can see on the top of their screens right now. But then again, Kira Esports are surely going to win this, want to win this, excuse me, as I missed a word in there, changing the whole meaning of the sentence. Kira Esports would surely want to win this with 7-5. But only time can tell how that is going to turn out as we proceed with round, I assume this is round 12 here. So we'll be seeing a good emphasis on the top floor, making sure that they'll be holding this. But unlike what we saw Kira do, we've got enough people on the top floor holding the top floor as well. And Surgeon is going to be the one. Jaeger, he's going to be on towards the armory, making sure that nobody's allowed to peek onto the catwalk right outside the doorway of the armory and CCTV rooms. Kuskid with the OMI, a really good operator to be chosen for playing this side here. And look at that debris. For some reason, the smoke is just going to walk past through it, drop the hatch and go onto the side. Kuskid is going to be running the MP5K and not the AUG, but I don't blame him. The 5.8 on this gun is amazing. Could use that to his advantage as well. While we'll be seeing Sergeant, like I said, he's going to be supporting him from all the way onto armory. He's got the hatches open as well for in case a rush plan comes in from the side of Kira Esports on towards the main door and directly into the side. Lines of sight being established for making sure that nobody from east is allowed to get a little too aggressive. As we do see somebody getting a little too aggressive, that is going to be Swisha. He has been that one lurker player for his team, doing lurking exactly in the right spots, and so much drone work being put to use. Yasaji meanwhile is going to get that kill onto him, and look at this Aniket with a quick headshot onto Kuskid, and really well played by him so far. We'll be seeing a 4 versus 4 being established from their end at this moment. Still got 1.5 minutes to cut through. Sergeant is going to be alive on the way out on towards our armory, as he's gotten a really impactful frag onto the Nomad. But can he make this count, as he's got to go for this retake on towards CC? With the CC control giving away to the attackers is going to make things all the while more difficult for defenders. But Rattle is going to get down. Not exactly sure from where that happened. I believe that was from downstairs, or was that Sergeant? Don't know, man.
I think that was the Poncho Sergeant made.
Yeah, that was, but oh, right, that could have been. That could have been. I mean, the way this game has been played out, we'll be seeing the GSG9 brothers assemble on top, and Script is going to drop a kill. What a peek coming in from this man. Really important frag for his team. That is going to put the attack on the deficit of man count. And now we look at a 4 versus 3 now. Everybody is going to be so low on HP on the side. Oh, excuse me, that is only going to be Rattler so low on HP, but C4 is going to get deployed, not to claim anybody. Script opening up another line of sight, but as things are suddenly taken in favor of Kira Esports, and that is it. Kira Esports win 7-5, and GG's get dropped in chat. And what a, I don't want to use the word, I'm sorry V5, but I'm going to have to do it. What a throw in that round. Despite having the man advantage and everything going your way, just doing and peeking stuff unnecessarily is what stopped that comeback. Come on, guys, I wanted to see you come back. I want to see you go to overtime. And that is what I love and what Blackjack loves about this game. Division 1 plays going to the maximum close-up. And it's just the fan behind me, Seed speaking. But anyways, nevertheless, nice try by V5. That is surely going to put them a little down on the board there, as they are already on 6th position. Meanwhile, Kira Esports taking their win to glory, are going to equalize with points with Quantum G1, and that is going to be your top contenders for this league at the moment. What a really nice play coming in from both those teams eventually. I'm Foxtrot, and joining me is Blackjack, and we'll be back in about an hour or so. We are going to go live at 7 p.m. once again with the remaining 2 matches for tonight. That is Division 1. More Tier 1 gameplay coming to you, as today is the finale, day 1 of the match day in Division 1. And what an amazing pleasure it has been with you casting these matches, Blackjack. We'll be back.
The feelings likewise, man.
Thank you, Blackjack. We'll be back in just a while with another stream at 7 p.m. right here, right now. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel. Make sure you turn on that bell notification if you are on YouTube or on Facebook. And make sure you're following the social media at Instagram and Facebook at the Esports Club for all the news, esports, and everything all around coming at you right here, right now from the Esports Club. That'll be it. And we'll be back, just like I said, in about an hour or so at 7 p.m. to bring you more siege action, bring you more tier 1 siege action. That is it. Thank you.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. And injustice. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.